Wie geht's? Wie sind dir her? I want to talk to you about some of the things our Amish culture needs to change. Things that are against the ordinary, perhaps that should be, and there's other things that shouldn't be treated as they are. For me, making this video would give me the same punishment is the same thing as if I would have molested my children, and that's not right. And so far as the educational system is, Yoder versus Wisconsin Supreme Court ruling, that was in our favor in order to keep our children ignorant so we can control them. If they're educated, we're afraid that they would be able to get out into modern society, and that's something our culture does not want. And so far as some of the rules and the guidelines and stuff like that, social services has been very reluctant to get involved anytime there's been cases that came forward. First thing they're concerned about is our freedom of religious right. And that's well and good to some extent. But when you're more concerned about that than you are about our children's rights, that's against the civil rights, to my opinion. We have flaws that needs to be changed within our Amish culture, and that's one of them. The way we treat child abuse, whether it's physical or sexual, that's just unacceptable. And so I brought a couple items in here today that I want to use for an example to drive the point home. You take this bottle of wine. It's against the ordinary to have that and get drunk off of that. In the same way was a bottle of Bud Light. If we get drunk from these things, we're expelled from church. The same way as we would be if we had sex with our daughters or our sons, which has happened in either case. And to me, that just doesn't add up, but it's not as much viewed as a criminal act, but as a spiritual sin, and therefore they all get punished the same. And it's just, the hurt goes on. I stood by and watched my father do it. I stood by and watched other people do it. And they always appeared to be in better standing with the church than those who drank a Bud Light and got drunk off of that, or even had a fifth of wine and got drunk from that. Because, the thing of it is, those who do those things will remain Amish, and usually they're good parents otherwise, so far as keeping their children within compliance with the ordinal. And that's one good thing, that they always viewed it as, they just have a shortcoming, and they can't help it. And part of it is their children's faults as well, the way they handle themselves. And just like Norman Byler said, who molested all his children and his grandchildren, he said they just took playing with Grandpa a little too far. But the septic system issue is another thing. If we wear these clothes, guess what? We can have an outhouse like this. And your local health department will look the other way. But if you're not Amish, you're going to spend anywhere from $12,000 to $18,000, maybe even $20,000 to protect their drinking water system. But if you're Amish, and especially in the Swartzentruber Amish, the local health department or the justice system will do everything they can to backpedal, not to get involved. You can run this test yourself. Go with your local health department and tell them about a septic system violation, and then again tell them it's Amish, and see what the results is. I hope you find this video today educational, and I hope it gives you a deeper understanding in our Amish culture. And like they say, ich bin selig alla steg. And I'm trying to bring attention to the Amish ordinal. I'm trying to make a difference and change a few things. So I hope you help me, and I hope you find this educational. Y'all have a good day.